Hey guys, it's Michael from Chess Lifestyle, and today I thought I would tell you why did I actually what made me pursue chess. I have no idea how long this video is going to be because I do have a specific reason why I decided to get really serious about chess, but I don't know how long it will take to actually explain all of it. The point I decided that I wanted to get serious at chess, it kind of came about by chance. So if you imagine back in second year summer, I was doing my degree in molecular biology, and I had an internship which I had applied for, managed to get in the sector of global health. And at the time, global health really fascinated me. To be honest, it would have been useful given this COVID situation, if I was at the forefront of all of it. But yeah, at that time, I was super into it. And there was this opportunity in the Netherlands, and it looked really cool. But at the same time, I was dating a girl who I really, really liked. And we had plans to travel around Europe together. And this internship would have been bang smack in the middle of our summer plans, and we were really excited to visit all these places, do all these things. And yeah, if I went to this internship, it would have been a solid 6 weeks where I would be completely, fully occupied. And since she lives in LA, it would be a lot of hassle to come here and then go back, or I don't know. So there was that congestion, what I was going to decide. And the other thing as well was, if I didn't do the internship, there was a chess tournament in Italy on this island called Ischia, just off the coast of Naples. And that tournament was for players of 1900 and above, and my rating was 1910. So I thought it would be a great opportunity for me to test my chess, to see, because since starting uni, I played a bit for my university, played a bit of blitz here and there, but I wasn't really testing my chess anymore. So I really missed the tournament atmosphere, the tournament play, and I just wanted to give it a shot. So in the end, I decided to not go with the internship, and I decided to have this awesome trip, touring around Europe. We went to Germany, went to Italy, went somewhere else. Where else did we go? Maybe it was just Germany and Italy, but we went to all the big cities and stuff. Anyway, it was awesome. But yeah, so I went to this tournament in Italy. Now, the tournament was supposed to be, a classic open tournament where, it's Swiss pairings. But in the end, they only had 8 players. And it was supposed to be a 7-round Swiss. So it kind of worked out nicely where they could just make it a round robin of all the 8 players. And what I realized was oh, that doesn't help me at all, because now all of my opponents are going to be able to prep because they've got nothing better to do, whereas I'm going to be enjoying myself with my girlfriend in Italy. So I was okay, that's not ideal, but we'll go with the flow. We'll just see how it goes. So I played a first round. I'm playing the top seed, who was 2200, and we have a crazy modern Benoni game. I felt like I played really well, and it got to a position where we agreed a draw. And typically I don't like to agree draws, but I think I had the first round nerves playing the top seed. I felt like it was a good call, and objectively the position was drawn, even though it was dynamic. So kind of chickening out, but whatever. So I drew the first game. That put me in a good mood since, it was top seed. The second game, I think this was my toughest game out of the whole tournament. And I think really for me, and a lot of players I know actually, it's if you get off to a good start, it just puts you on a roll. So the second game was really tough. I think it was, I slipped up somewhere in the late middle game, and I fought back in the end game to actually win. So I was on 1.5 out of 2, feeling really good. And yeah, the tournament progressed, and I just kept winning game after game. I think my mood was extremely good. I was having a great time with my girlfriend, having a great time exploring this island called Ischia. Just beautiful weather. Beautiful people, beautiful everything. Like there were like hot springs. Oh, it was just so nice. It was so nice and like super easy to get around everywhere. Um, the food was so nice as well. I'm saying nice a lot, but yeah. So anyway, the morale was good, and yeah, in the end, I should mention, um, so I was leading the tournament. In the seventh and final round, I had 4.5 out of 6, and the only person that could chase me, or maybe there were a couple people on 3.5, but there was one person on 4. So if he drew or won, and I lost, I think there's a chance where he could have perhaps won the event or something, or maybe he needed to win and I needed to lose, or something like this. But anyway, I think yeah, I just needed a draw in the last round to secure the tournament. And the craziest thing happened. So in the last round, um, I was woken up at 4 a.m. Literally 4 a.m. The final round was a morning round. All the other games had been like, I don't know, 2 p.m. start, like a normal time. Final round was like a 10 a.m. start, even 9 or 10 a.m. And I was woken up because my girlfriend was in agony. Her back was like in huge amounts of pain. And what we suspected was that it was like some kind of viral infection from the waters we had been swimming in like earlier that day or the day before or something. And it was like right up her spine. It was like really peculiar how the like pain was like just the spine. But yeah, so luckily there was someone awake in the hotel at the reception, and he was kind enough to drive us to the nearest like I guess hospital. But this is a small island, remember? And yeah, we got to the hospital and it was such a mess because yeah, we got to speak to the doctor. They said oh like she needs to go get checked and get like tests and stuff. And we just like go into this ward where there are literally people screaming, and we're like, what is this? We're like, what have we stepped into? And I think there were people on narcotics that were addicted and screaming for their injection because they were so addicted. And it was just a really scary situation. And after like an hour and a half, I was waiting. I couldn't contact Laura. I think I had to take her phone. She couldn't have anything on her or something like this. Um, but yeah, like it lasted like a couple hours, and it was just like the most awful experience. Like I found it really bad. Like I can't even imagine what my girlfriend experienced as well. Like actually in the ward on the bed with nothing. I think actually maybe I didn't have the phone, she had the phone or something like this. Yeah, because I think she needed to show like and then she needed the Google Translate to try and like convey to the doctors like her pain and whatever. But yeah, after like 2-3 hours, maybe it's 3-4 because literally like after she came out, she was telling me how the doctors literally gave her an injection, would not tell her what they were like. I think they put her on a drip or something like this. They like gave her some injection of narcotics, and they didn't tell her that they were doing that, or she didn't give any consent, but she managed to get out of there, still in pain. Both of us extremely tired, extremely confused, and we just took a bus home, and we got back at maybe 7, 8 a.m. I think 8 a.m. And my round started at 10. So I was like, well, I've basically, well, this tournament finale, I'm going to crash. It's gonna be a mess. But it is what it is, you know? Anyway, I get like a couple hours sleep, and I wake up. I must have been looking like a zombie, like the bags under my eyes, like I felt dreadful. I wake up, I walk to the tournament hall, I had done a tiny bit of prep the day before all of this 4 a.m. nonsense went down. And I saw that I played knight f3, Varetti, as white, and he was going to respond with d5. Every game he played d5, and that was all of my prep. Because I was like, oh, okay, if they play d5, I know what I'm doing. You know, it's not any weird lines. I played knight f3, and he plays f5. And I was like, okay, the Dutch, I've got this really cool line which goes knight f3, f5, d4. And whatever they play, e6, let's say. Or they play knight f6. I play h3, they play e6, and I play g4. And I just smash open the king side. And if black doesn't know what they're doing, it's actually a very dangerous line. And because I was playing with such ferocity, because I knew the system and also I was just tired, I was just kind of annoyed because I was like, you know, this was my chance to win this tournament. I'm pissed, I'm gonna attack. And he blitzed, I bulleted the opening. He kind of blitzed in response because I feel like he got a bit unnerved by me. And he ended up making like an inaccuracy on move like 5. And from there, it just caved. And I think I won the game. I should get up the game actually, but I think I won 16 moves. And I just walked out the tournament hall. I think people must have thought we had agreed an early draw or something to secure the win, but no, I just completely smashed him. And I think I just got back to my room, and I think my girlfriend was like still asleep, and I was just like, dude, I just woke her up and like, dude, I won. She's like, what? Like, how? But yeah, so I won that tournament. I got 5.5 out of 7. I had a performance rating of I think like 2250. And yeah, I was the second lowest rated player to begin with. I had a rating of 1910. And yeah, I guess after that tournament, I really felt confident about my games. Like I hadn't really been putting too much work in on my chess. And to get that result, I really felt like, you know, it's time that I actually, you know, maybe I've got a chance to actually get good at this game, you know? Like, I'm not saying like world champion, I'm not saying super GM, but maybe if I work really hard, then maybe I can reach GM. And at this stage as well, like, I think I don't know, like, I guess that decision to not do my internship and instead pursue this tournament, that felt like a pivotal moment in my life. And I felt like coming first and like feeling so motivated with chess. Like from that moment, I started studying. And from there, I entered another tournament in Bulgaria, which didn't go so well. But I made some really, really awesome friends there, including one friend of mine called Nikola. His full name is Nikola Nikolovsky. He's an international master. And through meeting him, I think my passion for the game just skyrocketed because he became my coach. I did some sessions with him. And his play is to play on the initiative, to attack, and just play some really beautiful chess. And I think through that coaching, through my hype of winning the tournament, it has just really put me in some crazy mindset of just like really immersing myself in this whole chess world. And I really think that's the great thing about like this whole chess community is that it's so accessible if you have the time and motivation to devote to it. Like there are so many books you can study, so many ways you can improve, so many aspects of chess that are just super interesting. From playing the game in tournaments to like studying the countless books written about it. Like for instance, right now I'm reading a book called The Life and Games of Mikhail Tal. And it's kind of like an autobiography where he's annotated all of his spectacular games from like a chronological order from like when he was a junior to when he was in his prime to world champion and beyond. And it's so interesting. It's so interesting. Like it's one of these things where the more you delve into it, the more interesting it gets, the more things you learn. And it's so nice to share this passion with other people because when you go on this journey, you improve. you then meet other people at your similar level because you're playing in the similar tournaments, and you get to share this passion. And it's like, it's so nice because you instantly have something in common with the people you meet from these tournaments. And yeah, I think it's just such a great game. Like, it's just a board and some pieces, and you can bring that anywhere you go. You can meet anyone of any culture, of any like nationality, speaking any language, and you can play them, and you can have a great time. So I don't know. What I'm trying to say is that chess for me has been very inviting. Um, I think the pivotal moment was this tournament in Italy. Um, the whole last round experience was just absolutely crazy, and I thought that would be fun to share with you guys. But yeah, just I guess that confidence has just carried on, and yeah, I've just been extremely lucky since then. It's like even with like the timing of COVID, it like meant that my final year exams, which were going to be super hard, and I would have had to revise incredibly long hours each day to make sure I got the grades I wanted. And luckily, like because of COVID, they turned to like controlled assessments where I had much longer to do the exams and they were open book. So I really didn't have to revise as much. And since I decided at that point, I wanted to pursue chess, like maybe take a step back from science, like that gave me the opportunity to start this channel even, and yeah, I guess at that point I also then like started committing more to training, um and yeah, everything just flowed from there. And like, I'm really like having a good time. So yeah, I just thought I'd update you on this. I'd love to hear like your stories in the comments. I honestly write a long paragraph. I'll read every word and reply in as much depth as I can. Like, how did you start getting serious about training chess? I assume that because you're watching this video, either you're a really good friend of mine and you're supporting the channel to get to this point, or you're also passionate about the game, you're also passionate about training, and I'd love to hear your experience of how you went from just a casual player to really wanting to take this seriously and just immerse yourself in the beauty that is chess. So, if you found this story interesting, please let me know in the comments, and give this video a like. I'd appreciate it. Subscribe, tell your friends. Yeah. Yeah. So that's all. See you next time. Bye.